feel better. I feel like we're playing more like we're capable of, and it's more of who we are than, it was a rough go, the rough start, and it's hard to overcome that. And would have really loved to have won that last game on the road trip to get to 500 for the month, which would have been a great accomplishment. I think it's still good to where we've, started and where we're at right now. But I think we're playing more consistent ball and to more what we expect out of ourselves.
Yeah, I was going to say, all things considered, did you look back at the month and feel a lot of those positives because of how you ended it?
Yeah. I think didn't know where we were going to be, that first 10 days or so. I mean, wasn't too many good nights sleep, quite honestly, but you feel better with some guy. You see some guys kind of getting untracked, and still kind of we're still not hitting on all cylinders yet. Be nice, if we can get all factions firing, and just to see what we are capable of.
You've seen how important Verdugo is in that leadoff spot. I know you wanted to get him some days off there. Do you kind of see going forward he might play more regularly?
Hope so. Well, he's had 2 days off since he started, and we knew that going in, that he didn't have spring training. And the nice thing I want to do is, and I keep up with him. It's talk to him, see how he feels. And, we need to be smart about that because, I think we started playing good when he got here. If you want to get right down to it, the at-bats at the top of the order have been something that we didn't have until he got in the mix. So, and I think he's been good for everybody, especially the flow of our lineup. And he's played great defense. And so, I'll just keep tabs with him on certain days or see where he's at, what he thinks. He's played long enough now that I think he'd be honest, and because I don't think anybody wants to win more than he does. He likes to get out there and play and compete and do good.
Well, you have an update on Ronald and Strider?
Yep, Strider. I just saw Spence in there. He's playing catch, still getting treatment. No timeline, and Ronald's doing the same thing down in Florida, just doing the drills and strengthening exercises and running around and all that. So when the when the rehab guys deem he's ready to go out, he will. But there's I don't know when that'll be.
For Ian in spring training, it was mostly just the strike throwing. What did you hear from maybe Cranny or the pitching guys at the time? Because when he came up, it seemed like a different guy than kind of he is now post surgery.
Yeah, I just, it was just a consistency in everything, I think, in the spring, and it wasn't good. Which led to us, doing what we did. And now I'm kind of excited about getting him back. He cleared, he's going to go down there, he's going to start again. Hopefully we get him stretched out and he finds himself again. That's the hope. And just getting him regular starts. And, I don't see him as a reliever. He's a starter. He was relieving, I know, when he got traded over, and I think it'll just be good to get him back and see if we can get him going.
Do you anticipate Spencer's Strider's next appearance being with you guys or on rehab?
I don't have any idea.
He's not really close to being thrown off a mound yet. He's just playing.
He's just playing catch and doing treatment.
So you've talked about Eli several times. Just what he's done to take advantage of this opportunity. How's it at his age?
I know. Well, and I said too, you never know when these guys might click. You look at Eli, and you might, if somebody told you if he shaved the beard, told he was 22, you could believe him. It's a young body. And the skills that he has, it's great. Those are great stories when guys earn time and you get a chance to play, and hopefully he's figuring it out. And because he can bring a lot, as we've seen, and help us. He's another reason, and the fact that we've been playing better. It's just whether it's defensive, running the bases, hitting, had really good at bats, and hopefully he can keep it up because there's a lot of skills in there, and he can help you win a ball game in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, that catch he made the other day, and then on the bases, he looks like elite speed.
It's elite speed, and which was led us to. We even thought last year when we left camp, that he's a bullet off the bench running. When you got like the run for Marcel, was kind of what we were looking at, or maybe a catcher. But now it's just tools can help you all around in every aspect. I just hope he keeps it going and just stays right where he's at, and doesn't try and do too much or whatever, just stays in what he's doing, and and he's earned that opportunity.
You've spent a lot of time, obviously, coaching the minors, and when a guy like Eli's getting this opportunity, is that something that maybe a Gwinnett or a Columbus clubhouse is looking at and saying, all right, they reward guys who...
Yeah, absolutely. I think guys that, are grinding in the minor leagues see that a guy goes about it, number one, like he does, and the teammate and the person that he is. And when you're like that, you get more opportunities than maybe somebody that's not a good teammate and the tangible's not there. And I think the teammates pull for him as much as anybody does. And, you see guys, when they are in AA or AAA and been around a little bit, it's like, wow, you always tell guys, you want to get noticed, get guys out, get hits, play well, and you get noticed. So I'm happy as heck for Eli.
Olson made a couple more of those over-the-shoulder catches on the trip. How enjoyable is that for you to see? I mean, he makes it look so easy.
It's more enjoyable when I'm in the dugout and it's ninth inning and no, it's amazing. And then the ball he made on the other side of first base the other night, I've never seen anything like that. And he's got that knack. Of catching that ball over his shoulder and better than I've seen another guy at first baseman who was really good at that. But I mean, I don't know, and those long strides and all that he got to eat up the ground and then just kind of not be bouncing all over the place when it gets there and he makes the plays. It's something else.
To have, I mean, when you talk about winning on the margins, to have an elite defensive first baseman like that, I mean, how much difference does that make when you're talking about your defense as a whole?
Well, I think people don't put enough credit into the fact that because it's really noticeable when you don't have that. And when you do have it, I think we probably get to a point where we take it for granted a little bit when you have a guy that's a Gold Glove caliber first baseman like he is, because without it, man, it makes a big difference to have a guy over there that can do what he can do.
If, going back to Eli, if he continues to play like he has, will he have earned, you find a place for him somewhere, whether he showed he can play the infield now?
Yeah. I mean, I think that hopefully that's kind of what this is all about. And you know what, you just never know, going forward what's going to happen or when you get in a situation but it's you see a guy like that and what he's done is it's hard to not pull for a guy like that.
I would guess if somebody were to get hurt, think that he's shown you he can play every day now and not just that he won't be exposed playing every day. If he were to,
Well, I know that's still, that's why we're playing him every day to see.
right.
How much do you keep tabs on? I was at Gwinnett, and I got to talk with Craig Kimbrell, and he was talking about how he's felt the healthiest he's felt in a long time. Do you keep tabs on how he's been doing?
Yeah, I keep tabs on all of them. Down there, it's kind of like first thing I do is, they're in pretty much AA because those guys are, they're in play too, I feel. So, you look and I go kind of, I look at their box score and see the velocities and what they're doing and talk to techs and all that. So, yeah, I'm aware of all of them.